welcome, and hello. Kicking it old school here. As Jamie, I am JJ. We are Sans Austin Reddick. Told us he came down with a little something traveling back from Wichita, but I mean, the Flyers game did just finish. So, you make it jump to your own conclusion. But no, get better, Austin. We will see you next week. Hello and welcome to everybody out there. This is Total Spotfest. Jamie, how you doing, man? My lord.
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I mean, I got a new fresh tattoo, so that's lovely. I've already got the plans of making the rest of my forearm look even cooler. So, and the dude's really excited because he's already like drawn Nemesis and stuff, and I'm like, I kind of want to put Nemesis on my arm, and he's like, I fucking love that idea. It's like I do too. It's like,
okay.
So we're gonna figure it out. So, like, the idea is, like, right around here is have the Umbrella Corporation symbol be the only red. Everything else will be black and gray to match everything that's
okay
on this guy, which you can't really see because it's a thing.
So you're gonna go with Nemesis. You're not doing any heroes at all, right?
No. This is the horror arms.
I didn't know if you get a little Jill in there or a little Leon. You can never hurt anybody.
Wesker, maybe Wesker. Wesker, I'd be in on Wesker that.
Cool.
I would
maybe a liquor. A liquor would be badass.
Yeah. So the thing with the liquor is, like, if I had more real estate, have it wrap its tongue wrap around, but I'm not gonna have anything on my hands.
I'm not gonna go hands. Yeah.
Nah.
I debated hardcore about going hands, and I like the idea of it, but in my profession, hand tattoo is just Hello, everybody joining in on TikTok. Hello, everybody over here on YouTube.
Awesome Heat. Hello,
what's
Clint.
Up? What's
Clint
up,
got a little bad news, so we need to cheer him up. So we need to make sure.
Oh no.
Yeah, he has surgery. I'm not. I mean, TMI. I guess I might be breaking some HIPAA violations, but he's unavailable for a little bit longer than he was expecting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So we gotta cheer him up.
It's
Liquor.
A journey.
I hardly know her.
Oh, what's up,
Squatch? Man, we missed you, Squatch. Where have you been?
I
almost put out an Amber Alert because we were missing some Squatch.
Yeah.
Were you drinking your Dubby? You've ever been drinking your Dubby? Have you been here since we got done with Dubby there, Squatch? Yeah.
By the way, don't forget, since we got 10%,
save 10% on Dubby, going to WGG using code Total Spotfest. Get yourself some yummy goodness. That yuzu, the fruit punch, Tiger's Blood. My kids absolutely love it. I'm not a coconut guy, but yeah.
Blue Raz is solid too. I had the Blue Raz in my starter pack. Blue Raz is solid. Okay.
So Awesome Heat, SmackDown Raw will be coming to Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, there you go.
19th. Yeah, I think SmackDown's coming to Kansas City in June.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, like, with all the call-ups and stuff that they did, that they're righting the ship a little bit. Like, we're gonna talk a little Fed here in a minute, because
we have a sponsor now.
I don't agree with, but then they did some stuff I totally agree with.
We totally have a sponsor, Squatch. So Jamie got sick of whoring out Blue Chew to no avail.
For free.
For free, and just trying to shill to them, and we got dick nothing in response. So Jamie went on his
pun intended.
That's how we roll, people. For this first time here, welcome. This is what it's like. But no, he went on a little mythical side quest. He started from the Hobbit and ended up in he ended up in the Doom Mountain of finally finding a fantastic spot. No, it's not Blue Chew, some Dubby. So clean energy drink made in America here. Fantastic flavors. It's all natural ingredients. No fake bullshit. It's not loaded with sugar. It is really good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, look, it's nice and super light powder. You don't need to have a mixing ball in there. Nothing.
But you can get yourself a shaker. Shake it up a little bit if you need to with some water.
Grand Rapids is also getting a Dave's Hot Chicken. Have you had Dave's Hot Chicken?
I have not had Dave's Hot Chicken.
Okay.
Do we have one here?
No, we don't have one here. But when
we don't have one of those.
When I was up in Des Moines, they had one. When I'm not eating Tasty Taco, yeah, dude, so good.
So they have one in Des Moines, but not here in Camp. Man, that's some BS.
Yeah.
I mean,
so Awesome Heat. Have you had Dave's Hot Chicken yet? I gotta know. Yeah, it was a Blue Chew Squatch. I failed. I guess I was just too strong for them, if you know what I mean.
Christ.
You're out. But yeah,
Oh man,
we keep the energy up now using Dubby. 10%
yeah,
off.
that's right.
Total spot.
So if y'all want your Dubby, oh no, he's been doing it.
I've
Don't
done
worry.
it. Don't worry. It's coming.
It's bound to happen at least once a show. Okay, you know us well enough, Squatch. We're committed to the bit. 1,000%. And that is not going anywhere.
Thing. Okay, so Squatch, just to fill you in, I proclaim myself the king of pay-per-view picks because not only did I win the AEW pay-per-view like I always do.
Okay, so down there.
I went on to win WrestleMania, and because of that, we had a little wager.
Made a
Mr.
bet.
JJ and I, that if I won, he'd have to call me Lord the entire show last week, which he did, and it was great. And then if I lost, which I didn't, clearly, I was have to be in Darby Allin makeup, which if you know me, you know how I feel about Darby. So it was a fair trade. Like we both did something we really didn't want to do, but of course it ended up me winning because that's what I do. I just win.
Taylor, don't worry. I have a sneaking suspicion the Crown's going to make an appearance on the live broadcast. I'm just saying it's.
Oh yeah. No. Taylor, I'm bringing it to the games. Do not worry. And hey, how about this? If the girls get a home run, they get to wear the crown.
Ooh.
So, Taylor's the head coach of Audrey's team.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. I love Taylor.
Taylor?
Taylor and I are honestly kind of cut from the same cloth. It's a little scary sometimes.
Oh no.
I know it's probably a bit much.
There's
for our
two
wives,
of you.
You know what? We're great.
I've been dealing with you for 13 years. You're telling me there's a double out there? Well, if anything happens to you, let's have Taylor fill in then, Jamie. That's what we're gonna do.
He just doesn't watch as much wrestling as I do. I think he has more of what we like to call a life than I do. No, I'm just kidding.
That's overrated.
But,
overrated.
Yeah. He's into real wrestling, like actual like Greco-Roman style. He's got a son who's like really good at it, which is pretty rad. I'm actually really excited.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Well, thank you guys for joining us, though. We do appreciate you for hopping in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Again, if it's your first time here, feel free subscribe, follow, like, hit them hearts, do all the things. You can find us on them internets at Total Spotfest everywhere we are. Oh,
Allie. Hi, Allie. Haven't seen Allie in a while. That's my fourth bonus daughter that I love dearly.
Fourth? You have three other bonus daughters?
My fifth. My oldest, like the oldest, like she's actually a teacher in high school. She's absolutely amazing. So she's on there. There she is. I'm talking all about her right now. Absolutely love that kid. Super smart. Like I could go on and probably get a little teary-eyed about how much I love that kid. But anyway.
All right. We'll hang that up. Let's go with different emotions, okay?
I thought about doing wrestling at one point a few years ago, but man, I thought about my health. Fuck health. Wrestle. Yeah.
Did you wrestle? Honestly, did you wrestle in high school, Jamie?
Oh, me? Yeah. Well, yeah. I played football obviously because I got a scholarship to play that, and then baseball as a walk-on. I did wrestle my senior year for a hot minute.
Okay.
I didn't really like it. Honestly, like,
yeah,
I do, I think you know, I really enjoy imposing my will on people. So that was nice, but yeah, it's just I'm more of a team guy, I guess.
Well, it's a different. Yeah, you've always done team sports. Yeah, my dad played football, high school, college, but he also wrestled as well. He actually was a better wrestler. He was actually a better wrestler, but he destroyed his knee senior year of high school, and that kind of derailed the wrestling and led him just into football. So
yeah.
All right,
let's talk wrestling.
I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to. Here we go. We're gonna get into it.
We're just getting all this interaction. I love the interaction. So just
please
keep up the
interaction.
Please
keep it coming. We do appreciate everything. We're gonna get into wrestling though. So generally speaking, we usually get right into Dynamite, but as is this time of year, it is no longer sign pointing season. It is now collect your pink slip season.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that to begin with. So WWE had its annual post WrestleMania cuts, And impressive list if you look at the size of it, and a lot of notable names on here. Now, a good number of these are not the most notable, no offense to them, but a lot of NXT talent, developmental talent that really hasn't seen much TV time, and that such is life, right? Noticeably, though, we have, in no particular order, Nikki Cross, along with the rest of the Wyatt Six, rest in peace, the Wyatts, the legacy of anything named Wyatt, pretty much. Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, otherwise known as Kaylee Ray.
Ray, her real name.
Thank you. You had
shut up, Squatch. I'm still bitter about it.
So now, Squatch. Andre Chase, from NXT. You had the Motor City Machine Guns. No more. Santos Escobar. Apollo Crews, who I forgot was back in WWE.
He never left officially.
Did he?
Yeah, no, he never left. He survived all this time, and they never used him. So we got lots to talk about.
And then you got the ones that most people are talking about. Okay, Aleister Black, his wife Zelina Vega. Okay, about a year to the date too of when he came back to WWE, and Kairi Sane.
That one kills me.
That's the most perplexing one for sure.
So there's reports. So we'll start with the reports, and we'll start with Kairi Sane because I feel like that's where we need to start. There's reports that she wanted to move back home to Japan, just like the last time she got released. She's getting homesick. So if that's the case, then I'm happy for her. But then she posted on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it now. I still call it Twitter, so because I'm old.
It's still Twitter, yeah.
But I think she didn't really acknowledge that, but she said there's a lot of speculation, but you'll see me, see us set sail again. So I feel like that might just be a cover, but I don't know. Either way, this makes me sad, but also makes me very happy for her because I think now she can actually be the wrestler she really is.
If she even wants to wrestle. So last time she moved out to Japan, she wasn't even really, she basically had retired from in-ring work, and she was working more behind the scenes and developmental and other stuff like that, and then got back into wrestling slowly but surely, and then back into WWE. I mean, she did wrestle, what was it, Thursday before WrestleMania, or like the Saturday
literally Thursday before WrestleMania.
Thursday before WrestleMania.
And then Asuka just turned on EO, but the whole thing was like you had Kairi a part of that whole thing, and then now she's not even there. It's just I mean, a lot of fans are speculating a whole like R-Truth scenario thing where they're going to bring her back. Who knows? Maybe, probably not. Right? I mean, the internally the locker room was pissed. So that makes me feel like it's a bunch of BS that she wanted to go.
I mean, I feel like, it's definitely a bunch of BS on that. I mean, the other stuff, I can see a lot of it, I know that you had such high hopes for the Wyatt Six. I never did. And I like everybody.
I did because so I was wishing in one hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
The whole idea of the Wyatt Six was absolutely superb. But the problem was you had people who don't understand horror and they don't understand how to get something like that over. And they paid the ultimate price for it. Now, they're going to be done. The Wyatt Six will be no more, but could they come back as something different in another place? Like, I don't know, TNA. I feel like they're built for TNA personally.
Absolutely.
I think they could get over there.
And I think maybe not even as an official, like, total unit, but I think bits and pieces of them. Scream TNA, maybe MLW potentially for some of them, who knows, right? MLW's been trying to make another like go at it, pretty hard lately.
I mean, they have, and they deserve it. And they've
got some people that are doing good. Yeah, they got people doing some good stuff over there, right? So I know that, I talked to one of my friends about this, and he's like, well, TNA is like they never left. And I go, yes, there's the whole NXT incestuous thing that they got, but it's still technically separate until the day that WWE finally just acquires TNA and rolls it in for their back
Thank you for the
catalog.
roses, Clitoris.
I think it's going to be something now. There's some people I could definitely see Tony Khan going after, and one of them, and good, bad, or indifferent, whatever. I see somebody like Zoe Stark as somebody that he'd really want to get. And maybe Kaylee Ray as well, right?
Kaylee Ray, absolutely. Kaylee Ray, with all of her connections of people in AEW, that is the most.
She screams AEW. Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, out of the entire list, I can only see Kaylee Ray and the Motor City Machine Guns. That's it. Going to AEW.
I think the Guns are destined to make at least a mini run.
They were this close to signing last time,
and I know that, and they're still friends with the Bucks and everybody else, and depending on, because Shelly's had some health issues, and I get it, right? Some things, but they're going to, at minimum, make at least a little mini run, 6 months, 8 months, a year at minimum. They'll be in AEW.
Yeah,
100%.
As they should. Now, I mean, the other ones, though, like, I don't see Nikki Cross and them. Santos Escobar is going to go to CMLL. That's where he was going to go before he re-signed with WWE. So it makes more sense.
Which means we could see him moonlight into AEW a little bit. But
yeah, which would be great for him. But he'd be more CMLL, which I think he'll just blow it up.
Which is good.
Aleister Black, or Malachi Black, if you will never be in AEW again. He'll never be there again because he burned a lot of bridges and a lot of people don't like him.
Yep. I mean,
and he really
everybody's knee-jerk reaction was like, oh, he's going back to AEW. And it's like, and it's not just there. Like, apparently one of the antithesis for him, this is what I read. I read this on the internet. So take it with a grain of salt, Jamie. But one of the reasons that he was on this list too, not the assault, but one of the reasons is that he was like refusing to lose and, bitching about creative and all that with the WWE machine creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just being tough to work with, which, stop me if I sound like a beaten, a one-string banjo here,
I feel like I've heard this before.
I mean, it's
twice.
Yeah.
Not 3 times. This would be the third time I've heard about the same individual.
Third time. Yeah. Strike, you're out. I think the best thing for him, and unfortunately, Zelina, she's his wife, so she kind of falls in that. The best thing for them is to go the route of what
as one, I know my type. My kind.
Oh, I've heard he's yeah. But the best thing for them to do if he wants to stay in the industry here is to kind of go along the route of like what Karrion Kross and Scarlett did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which makes more sense for them. Yeah.
Their own route, and they can do their own. He can do his own like dark shit, and she can do her like nerdy Twitch shit. They have, I think that's probably best for them. So you only see a couple potentially going to AEW. Then is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't like the days of WWE fired him, AEW's gonna snatch him up are gone. Because finally, after the last round, I think Tony Khan learned, like, because he grabbed Rusev, he grabbed all these other people, and it's like, oh, they released him for a reason on some of these guys, and he learned the hard way. And I think now he's older, more wise, and he's gonna make the right decision for his company because he has a bloated roster himself, right?
Mm-hmm. That's my point.
Yeah. So why would you want to bring all these people over? Like the women's roster could use an Alba Fire because then you could get Isla Dawn and her back together, which would be absolutely great for the tag team division.
Yeah.
Let's go there. And then you bring in the Motor City Machine Guns. I almost said Motor Shitty.
Yes, you did say it. So
okay. So you bring in the guns. There you go. Going against the Bucks, FTR, and all them, like that's just everybody wants to see that. That's a draw. That's where they should have been in the first place because they have had creative control. So,
yeah.
But there was one name on there, wasn't on there that I was 100% expecting to be on there.
Who's that?
Johnny Gargano.
I was hoping, and this sounds
I think
terrible.
that's where I was.
Right? I think we're hoping for it because if there's ever something that makes sense in today's world of wrestling and the switching over, Johnny Gargano in here with Tommaso Ciampa against just in general here in the screams put me in AEW, especially with whatever the fuck they're doing with him now with his stupid and I get it. Some people like the sad gimmick and it's got some comedy. I get it, but it's like, come on.
So I pose a
better.
question to you watching on TikTok and watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow us, please. Don't forget to hit those hearts and thumbs ups. Really appreciate it.
Oh my god.
But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to show up in AEW? Who do you think is going to show up in TNA? Let us know. I love having the discourse here. We've already had a good amount already, so let's keep it up. Let's keep it going, and then let's figure this out.
Let's figure it out. And yes, I know you're salty there, Squatch. Okay.
Love Dalton Castle.
Yep. But again, I feel like there's some people there that just make me feel like even though it might be something that wouldn't be the best move, I have nothing against Zoe Stark, but for some reason my gut's telling me that Tony Khan wants her in. I don't know. I can see him doing that. Maybe Apollo Crews. I can see somebody may be pulled in, relegated to ROH. So we shall see what happens.
Yeah. So awesome. I'm loving Tristan Angel's his promo work already. I got nothing bad to say about that dude yet. Give me time.
Yeah, he'll come up with something. Don't worry about that.
I always find some reason to piss on somebody.
He does. And
golden shower.
Speaking of which, we're gonna go to
does equal ratings. He is figure skating. Sorry.
You okay there? All right, we're gonna hit some of Jamie's. We're gonna get eventually here to some of Jamie's greatest hits of shitting on people. Trust me. If you watch tonight's Dynamite, there's a pretty good reason you can guess what I'm talking about here. Unless I'm totally wrong here, Jamie. Am I totally wrong in my early assumptions? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to our world champion here in a little bit then. All right.
Oh, I blacked out during that.
We're gonna get salty, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right.
So, yes, we are.
All right.
You know why? You know why?
Well, why are we getting salty tonight?
Derby energy.
See, I told you. It's like
there you go. There's your pallbearer. All right, everybody. Go w.gg. Use code Total Spotfest. Save yourself 10%. Get yourself a tub. Get yourself a shaker. It's delicious.
All right. Dynamite tonight. We had four title matches. Okay. So we had actually had quite a bit of wrestling on tonight's show. Okay. Open the night up with Kevin Knight versus MJF. Which almost was my match of the night until another title match happened shortly thereafter. But
it was really good.
Oh, yeah. Put a pin there. We're going to come back to that, guys. But no, I really enjoyed this. Kevin Knight, meteoric rise. I think you called him at the beginning of the year is going to be like the big jumper for 26, right? You know, who
called that out again?
That yes, you called it out, Jamie.
Oh, that's right. Because I never miss. 6% of the time, I'm right every time.
I would say never is a strong word. Okay.
That's why I said 60% of the time.
This was a great fun match. This is a really good match. Got a good amount of time too, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was hell bent on MJF winning this title, you know, for the sole reason. I know. Well, and again, so at the end of it, MJF tries to cheat, tries to use it, and you know, Kevin Knight pulls out the old "fuck you, I'm hitting you in the nuts," you know, like a face doing a little nut shot, rolls him up, gets the victory. To which Darby Allin comes out to make the save from MJF beating up Kevin Knight even more, right? I feel like Darby Allin, who's going to do the Sting gimmick, though, needs to be better at unhooking that damn harness.
All right. Darby Allin sighting number 1. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get into this. We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid, ladies and gentlemen, boys
Let's
and
go.
girls, and
Let's
all
go.
my nondescript friends. The current AEW World Champion. He's not my champion. Not my champion.
Your champion.
Is like, I get that you were under the tutelage of Sting for a few years. You got the Sting rub. I get it, and I appreciate it. Okay, I do. And I understand why you're champ right now. I do. I get it. But it's time to stop doing the Sting shit and just start doing your own shit. Okay? It's time to be a big boy and do your own stuff. If not, I'm going to ridicule you. Damn, I can't even talk tonight. I am just so heated.
He might even use proper grammar if you can calm down.
We both know that's not true, but no. I will do my best. If it's a Japanese name, I got it. But dude, you gotta be an adult. It's time to come up with your own gimmick. Okay. I just watched the Hulk Hogan promo, the whole documentary thing.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly really good.
Oh, really?
He talked about how he came up with his first gimmicks and how bad they were. And then finally they found something that worked. And yeah, there you go. Darby is Greta Van Fleet. Oh, that might be the best comp musically of all time.
I appreciate you more and more every day, Squatch. That's amazing. Wow.
And then Awesome Heat says, I have a feeling Darby will turn heel soon. No. I don't think he'll turn heel. I think we have a better shot of Kevin Knight turning heel, which I've been on that bandwagon for. You
have been leading that bandwagon, with like even when the reels are getting a little rickety and starting to fall off, and the horses you are still just trucking along on that bandwagon, come hell or high water.
Because I'm committed to the bit, boys.
You absolutely are. I think you might get a darker, more moody, if it's possible, Darby Allin, but I feel like he's like so the AEW guy is kind of like kind of like DDP, right? In the WCW. And yes, I know DDP did a terrible heel run at the end of WCW. Okay, really bad heel run. But
and in WWE, don't forget about that one where he is like the motivational.
I've blacked that out from my memory.
See,
it needed to be, but for the life of him, for the most part, he was always face, right? He's always a face of sorts, right? I feel like a dark Darby might get there. Yeah, I mean, the moves are one thing. You're taking the Scorpion Death Drop and you're doing the sharpshooter. Everybody does a sharpshooter.
That's fine. You can take those. But coming from the Raptors, man.
I mean, he's got his own thing. It's the coming in on a skateboard. That's your shtick. Stay with it.
Good point. Awesome Heat. It was not as bad as John Cena's heel run, DDP's. That might have been the most disappointing heel run of all time because we were living in the moment when it's like he needed to turn heel and they refused. Kind of like, what's that one guy? Cody Rhodes.
Which is happening again in WWE.
Oh, that's why I'm very emphatic about it right now.
Literally history repeating itself. Anyway. So regardless, Darby, MJF said, give me a title, give me my rematch, and Darby's filed no. Which I dig the little sense of gravity there. But he keeps saying you got to have something to put on the line, which is again why I thought he would win the title tonight, to give him something to put on the line, right? We know we're getting this match at Double or Nothing, right? Right, Jamie, right?
I already said what it's gonna be, dude. I already said
it's gonna be.
He's gonna make him revoke his ban on Hangman.
But is that really something for MJF to lose? Yes, he doesn't have to hang that over Hangman. I get that, but
100% because he's the one who did it. He's the one who won. So, and like, because he's gonna stick up for AEW, and no one needs to have that. And like, if I win, Hanger can challenge for the title again.
I feel like that
it's gonna be the dumbest thing ever.
You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I hate that so much. Like, even to the point where it's like you put on the line the same thing that you made Hangman do, and then he beats him, and so it's like that I could see. That to me would make more sense.
Squatch, we're both Gen Xers too, so we know exactly what you mean.
We're not as young as I look. Don't worry, okay?
Oh, I'm as old as I look. I got 4 daughters,
man.
I got gray in the little patchy beard that I got, dude. I'm just funny. That's what So that's all I got anymore, guys.
So Brody King comes out, and Darby, they have a little face-to-face with Darby there. He tells him that, if he wins tonight, that he's getting a shot, or if he comes out and tells Kevin Knight that if he beats Brody King, he gets a shot next week at the world title, to which Brody King comes out and basically tells Kevin Knight the same thing. So Kevin Knight,
you're not gonna face him, you're gonna face me.
Who almost broke his leg tonight, it felt like, with the storytelling, and he's got a title match on Saturday, but he's got a title shot against the world title next week. So there's that. By the way, did you see, Jamie, that next week's a 3-hour night?
Oh yeah. So Megan was gracious enough to remind me that it's a 3-hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on an hour later than we usually are. Yeah. Actually, we'll probably try to go on right after. I think we should.
We're going to try going as soon as we can, right?
Yeah,
I got to get
like the prep and all that stuff we do. We'll just.
I'll try and do it as much during that last hour as I can, get me some graphics, do some stuff, and we'll try to go on as soon as we can, because Austin is not going to be happy with that.
No, Austin's on the East Coast, and he's a Flyers fan, and they just won their series. Like, yeah, dude.
All right, that's your penance there. It's like, okay, watch the Flyers have like game 2 of the series next week, and he's like, oh, I can't make it. Sorry, guys. No, we love you, Austin. We miss you. Quick, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage promo. On Saturday, FTR basically scoffed at, Copeland's, request. They like the idea of them never being able to be a tag team again, but they want them to physically say, I quit. So now the match is an I quit match,
which I like.
Better step. It's a better step. 100%. Okay.
A real step. A real stipulation. That's what it needs.
Well, Squatch is on one tonight, man. Triangle Madness had a real quick promo. Julia Hart brought back the Black Mist on Saturday. That was good fun.
And honestly, like, I thought that was going to lead to something more, because Sushi Black Mist is like, oh, they're going to get another person in the triangle.
Well,
they become a square.
Maybe a rhombus.
A rhombus. A rectangle.
Rhombus of madness. No.
Wrong. Oh, yeah, GCW. Oh, yeah, GCW is Friday night in Michigan, right?
Oh, fantastic.
I love going to GCW. GCW is one of our favorite fun. Actually, funny you say that, Awesome Heat, because we are going to be at the pre-show for Fountain City Pro Wrestling Friday night. And then Jamie's got to book it because his daughter's got games. I got my list, evidently, because Taylor told me to. But you can catch us live. Only on YouTube, though, on that one. Sorry, guys.
Right. So we'll be on Fountain City socials as well. So we'll be on our YouTube channel, then on Fountain City socials. We have them down in our description box if you're on YouTube or anywhere else, but definitely check that out.
Ooh, you are so lucky. He's going to be at Lethal Lucha Wrestling September 20th.
Dude, such good wrestling.
Okay, hold on. So, sidetrack, Jamie sidebar, shocker. Awesome Heat. Have you seen a guy by the name of Sam Beal up in Michigan? If so,
let us know.
Let's talk about it, because he's our boy.
Yeah. Let us know in chat here, and once we get that in chat, we'll dive a little more into it.
Remember that.
So Triangle Madness, and I like the fact that you don't really have any sort of direct challenger for Tekla. You're going more into the other and ancillary part of
Misfits. Yeah, I know
yeah,
Misfits. I follow them.
if you get a chance to see Sam Beal, check him out. Tell him to Spotfest guys say hey.
I try to tell him on his TikToks because he's like a pack a day keeps Team Rocket away. He always opens Pokemon cards right now, which is great. And it's like the Perm Daddy.
Perm Daddy. All right. So anyway, back to wrestling. Okay. Tekla not really focusing on the singles title too much right now, which is kind of good until we get a real challenger. Then you had title match number 2, the match of the night. I don't care who you are. Okada versus Ace Austin for their national title. Let's go.
I mean, I am an Okada mark of all marks.
You're more of an Okada stan, I would say, but potato.
You think I'm a stan more than a mark, or which is higher, a mark or a stan?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Like,
Internet, tell us.
What's higher? Like,
stan
are
or
you
mark?
more of a fan if you're a stan, or are you more of a fan if you're a mark?
Or are they the same thing, just wrestling related?
Yeah. Damn,
they kind of have the similar patient, you know?
Yeah. Either way, I guess okay, fine. I'm an Okada dick rider, okay? So
yeah. I see a shirt coming. All right.
It's great when I pop myself on something I just said. It's like, oh, I really just said that. Yeah, that's what happened.
You think they're the same?
Yeah,
all right, I agree.
Hold on.
Whoa, slow down.
We're getting there, but I automatically knew I was gonna love this match, and I was not disappointed. It is my match of the night. And actually, there's a tag team match later that was the second best match of the night, and that even includes there's a Kevin Knight match on this show because I really enjoyed that women's tag team match.
Yeah, I think that was one of the better women's tag team matches we've seen for a while. Okada, of course, retained his title. You know, moving on there. We'll get to the women's match in a second here. We actually skipped over a match because it turns out there wasn't a women's tag team match, Jamie. There was 2 women's tag team matches. There was 2 matches. We had 8 women wrestle on television on AEW. How about that? It can be done.
One went through a commercial break. One lasted barely past entrances.
Potato, but we got 2 matches with the Brawling Birds versus Emily Jade and Jordan Blade.
Local talent.
Well, I've seen Emily Jade before.
Yeah. But they're basically local talent.
You're more or less setting up for Double or Nothing. You're going to have the Brawling Birds versus whoever the champion is at Double or Nothing. So, you did have a quick little promo. Swerve's hunting Bandito now, which I love.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. Screaming from the rooftops, I got to see this match.
Good
if it's going to be Double or Nothing, it will be the match of the night.
Oh,
I'm
gonna fuck so hard.
Like, I could bust out the old Mark Stradamus hat just for that, because I think that's a Mark Stradamus guarantee that if those 2 meet at Double or Nothing, is going to be the match of the night.
I mean, that is a little bit of low-hanging fruit, but you're not wrong. 100%.
Unless Ospreay, like, with his whole new allegiance.
Well, okay, let's talk about Ospreay, because that happened up next on Saturday. I made mention of this if you watched our TikTok when I did the kind of recap of Collision. So they revealed that they had taken him to a nondescript location, right? And I mean, Moxley sees the potential, the fire in him, but thinks he's not using his talents in the best way to get to what he knows he wants, right? You know, this whole like very psychological shit he's trying to pull on him, right? And then gives him the option to join him or take him out. Leaves a chair, lies down on the ground, and camera cuts to black, okay? So tonight, you have them training, which means they're just kind of beating up Wheeler Yuta in a boiler room, which, I mean, Yeah, that counts.
Sounds like a fun time to me. I'll bring the popcorn.
You know. In comes Ospreay, talks about he's got to go to his go help his buddies in Japan and all this stuff and this and that, right? To which Mox tells him he will need to drop everything. All of his baggage, all of his attachment, all of everything, right? If he wants to do this, if he wants his guidance, right? And he doesn't make any promises, he's not any of this, but he's committed if he is, right?
Yeah.
It seems like Will committed. Now, I made the correlation last week, Jamie. This feels a lot similar to the whole Daniel Bryan joins the Wyatt family, story arc, similar, right? Joins, but only to turn, right? Do you feel like they're going down that same sort of path, or is there some direction legs on this that's maybe a little more overt?
Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay.
If you watch Cobra Kai,
More modern.
You have Daniel LaRusso,
Mhm.
and then I can't think of the other guy's name all of a sudden. Johnny. Johnny. They have to come together, right, in order to beat the bad guys. So he's kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I feel like he's trying to get the best out of him. He's almost like doing a double Mr. Miyagi, Daniel LaRusso typey thing, or I guess Johnny type thing. I like it. I like where this could go because this adds even more depth to arguably the greatest wrestler in the modern era.
Mhm.
Like I have no hesitation saying that about Mr. Will Ospreay. Yeah, dude. No, I personally think that my watch is trying to tell me about Will Ospreay.
I heard that. I was like,
he was really excited. She's on that w.gg. But
now available for Apple Watch.
I definitely could see them going more towards that route, and then at the end they're gonna shake and bro it out. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I agree with you. I agree with you in parts of this here. I feel like because if you look at this on paper, Will Ospreay should be in the main title picture. Period. End of sentence. Let's move on. Right.
Yeah.
He's not. Right. And he has been going through this. Yes, there is the whole injury laid out. I get all that. Right. There's reasons why he just doesn't have the title. He's not currently vying for the title. Right. But he should be wanting and being in that title. And I feel like that's the story. What you're getting at there is that Moxley sees that he should be the top guy, but he's not, and he's not trying to be. He's trying to kick his ass for him kicking Will's ass, right?
Blinded by rage.
Redirecting him in a way it's eventually going to lead to them having another like all out, fucking, like 25-star something or another after Ospreay wins the title. I mean,
yeah, I do agree. I think it's that they're trying to keep him busy till August.
100%, right? Yeah, we're trying to make this last, and how do we do that? But it's a good way to do that because, yeah, I thought about this too when like Okada was wrestling. Jamie, Okada has never been in the world title picture or even conversation since he joined AEW.
He doesn't need it. That's why.
He doesn't need
fucking Okada.
But he's also fucking Okada. That's why he does need it.
No, he doesn't need it because he is Okada. That's the beautiful thing about Okada. He could get in there anytime he wants. But right now, he's trying to work on the Takeshita rub in order to get Takeshita to that main event plateau because that dude deserves it right now because he is the next up and comer, and Okada knows that. And Okada is built that way. That's why I love
he was circling back to you there, Scotch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's a callback, folks.
And I'm not saying that he does need it, but it's just like saying it's like on paper, same thing. Okada should be in the title picture, right? Kenny Omega should always be there. Too many bodies, right? And so, how do you creatively get them there? I'm all for this. I like where they're going. I just want to see how they string it along. I mean, I have total faith in Moxley and his ability to carry this if they need to, right? And we'll see. Maybe we get Will Ospreay shaving his head though.
I don't hate that.
I don't care.
I don't hate that.
So you had tag match number 2 of the night, which is a men's tag match. You had RPG Vice, Roppongi Vice, whatever, man. Versus Adam Copeland, Christian Cage.
Saw how this was gonna happen. The best part of the whole match was freaking Orange Cassidy hitting Stoke with the popcorn. That was the best part of the entire match. I'm sorry.
I do like the conglomeration being there, and this all works, I don't know if you saw them on Saturday, but they all have backpacks now. That's kind of they're going with. They have to keep the titles in.
I mean, I love the continuity.
It's been a very slow burn, Squatch. You're not wrong, but
it's going to
conglomeration
be when it officially happens.
So conglomeration negate them, and then you get after Copeland and Cage win. You have because it's the weird dichotomy of the asshole and the guy who's the asshole's friend. Hey, welcome to Total Spotfest, y'all.
I mean, I'm a self-admitted asshole.
All right, Christian. So Adam here talking now. But no, and of course Christian telling him, "I will never say quit, you fucking pussy," basically. And then the one thing that I did really like about them is for a glimmer of a second there on their way out, they pulled out of their bag back to their old like prankster Joker, Christian and Cage, or Edge and Christian days in WWE. Each of them grabbed one of the titles and was walking around trying to leave with it while Remsburg is trying to steal it or they're trying to take it back from him. Edge puts a popcorn bucket on his head as a hat, and it's like, I know that they're way past that, but I do like at least the old school feel of like those old school Joker Edge and Christian. You know what I mean?
They just need to let Christian just do all the talking.
Well, yeah.
Because Christian is, like, I don't know. I do kind of like some of this, but it's like, I'm okay if they lose and they don't ever have to go back together ever again. But I know they want to have that run with the belts one more time.
Give them one last run. I'm fine with it.
Then we can just.
It's not going to be a long one. Yeah,
we can just move along.
Jericho had another promo where he gets beat up by the Demand. Are you over this?
There's a bear shit in the woods.
Then you get to your third title match of the night, the women's tag team titles, Divine Division versus Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida. You said this was your 1B match of the night, huh?
It's number 2. It's a solid 2.
Solid 2. Okay.
Yeah, because number 1 is
definitely solidified. Okay. This was a very good match. I mean, I feel like we haven't really got to see a lot of Lena Cross. We see them together, right? But we really got to see a lot of Lena Cross in this match. And the more I see of Lena, the more I like Lena as a talent. I think that she's definitely got some real good.
Yeah, I think the pairing of with her and Megan Bayne is just so good, so formidable. Like it's legit, like the 2 Towers of Doom or whatever you want to call it. Like, I love their name because I think it just fits them. But I really enjoy this. I mean, I hate to say it, Stat is arguably one of the best women's wrestlers as long as she doesn't talk, right? Well, and then you have Shida, who is an amazing Joshi, and I have always said and clamored that Joshis just do it better, right? So she absolutely did it better. I was expecting a heel turn at the end of this, but I didn't get it.
You almost had one mid-match there. The whole like kick Statlander in the gut and then suplex her into Megan Bayne on the ropes.
Yeah,
love that. I love it.
It was so cool, like
so good,
innovative. I love it.
Now, end of the day, you do have the Divine Division retaining because naturally they're setting up Divine Division versus the Brawling Birds for Double or Nothing, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's the easiest call there's been, which I'm all for too. I think that'll be a good match as well.
Do you think Divine Dominions get dropped the titles? They've had them for what, 60 days? Since Revolution, right?
My gut right now tells me yes. I don't want them to, though. I know that we've all been quoted as saying when they created these titles, move them around like a fucking hot potato. And there's nothing against Hayter and Windsor, right? I just, like you, I've really come to I think that even more than anything, and again, I'm becoming a much bigger fan of Lena Cross in general, but it's been so good for Megan Bain not to be this just kind of like stoic, terrible promo, dominant single. She has really grown in with this tag team more than anything else. So
yeah,
I don't want to see
given her gimmick legs. To your point, yeah.
Dixon,
hey Dixon, what's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
What? Okay, so
what do you think? Do you think they're gonna drop him?
Yeah, I do, and I want everybody to hop on here. Do you see Divine Dominion dropping their belts to the Birds at Double or Nothing? Because I am in the camp that they do. Because how many face teams do we have right now?
A lot.
One that I know of. Two if you count Stat.
We gotta count Stat and Sheeta.
Yeah, that's one. And then obviously the Birds, too.
The Birds. Well, I guess Harley Cameron's not really in a team anymore, so that doesn't count.
So I just know two.
Mina's not in a team either. Okay, all right.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, and that's a common thing with AEW. So many 100%. Heels, so few faces. Yeah,
it's like I built the freaking place because there's heels all over the place. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Birds to win here. It gives them legs. It gives a lot for them.
Mm-hmm.
I just, it validates what you're doing with them. I'm in.
I get you. Okay.
If not, Double or Nothing sometime in the near thereafter.
Sometime thereafter. And this is a belt again, and they have already moved around a little bit as it is. So there's places for them to move it and go to. So we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, they should. It was a terrible match. Clint said that was a terrible match. I politely disagree, sir.
Wait, the women's tag match? Is that the one you're saying the women's tag match was a terrible match, Clint? That's what you're saying? I don't think so. I think that was
I liked it.
Good match.
Lena Cross is a stud. Megan Bain's a stud. Sheeta's a stud. Stat's a stud.
If you talk about the first, oh wow, well hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I mean,
yeah,
all right, buddy. Don Callis, Andrade have a real quick promo interrupted by MJF. Andrade's being weird in the best way, so that's a whole thing. And then you get into your weekly sponsored squash match. Roosh beating up Steven Fuente.
Steven probably would have had a better chance if he drank his W that he could get at w.gg using code TotalSpotFest.
The Ops had a real quick promo after. I'm not even this. Yeah,
that's great.
That's good job there, man. Pitch man of the year right there, ladies and gentlemen. Ops had a quick promo. Oh, the Ops now have a miniature powerhouse Hobbs by the name of Anthony Bowen. So they got their token back. Was that a bit too harsh?
I wouldn't go there.
Okay.
I would not go there.
Okay.
Anthony They're diversified now. I mean, they got Samoan, they got a Japanese guy, they got a African-American
white
guy,
boy,
and then they have Hook.
But Anthony Bowens is in there now. Anthony Bowens learning hanging from Samoa Joe can only be good, but yeah, the Ops are still a thing that Jamie will never like because of Hook. And I just, even on his promo, he talks about Bowens, and he talks about Shibata, and then he turns to Hook, and you're just like, what do you say about this? What do you say about this wet rat here, man? Come on. He's like, even.
I mean, it's kind of like you're in the NFL draft, right? And you're getting a phone call from a team that's like, oh, we're going to draft you. We're going to draft you. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be awesome. And then another team trades up right in front of you to draft said guy.
Like, that's never happened to you, first of all. Second of all, whatever. One receiver is not going to make our franchise, buddy.
I know, but I just thought it was a dick move. That's all. Like, I'm actually on your side about this whole thing.
It's Philly. It's Philly. It's a most Philly move there's ever been, you know? And they're not, I mean, we're not even like,
it's kind of rubbing salt in the wound a little bit, but it's more of I stand beside you about how much of a dick move that was.
yeah. It's
So
like,
for
it's
once, I'm on your side.
okay, well, touche. Yeah, it's funny because it's like, yeah, could Philly have used a receiver? Absolutely. Well, there's still like several good receivers out there? Absolutely, right? But
Yeah.
just to be a dick, you know. I mean, hey, the Philly Pittsburgh thing is a real thing, even though the teams aren't whatever, you know, they're in different conferences. The Philly Pittsburgh thing,
St. Louis thing when St. Louis had a football team.
yeah. Even that is like, that was just like with this is more because Pittsburgh doesn't really think about the Eagles that much, but the Eagles think a lot about the Steelers. And it's kind of like here, right?
Kind of like the Royals and Cardinals, because the
Cardinals never think about the Cardinals.
We care about them.
Cardinals don't even know who the Royals are, and the Royals are like, fuck the Cardinals, right? You know, so
of course.
Anyway, but it is what it is. FTR had a proposal for Orange Cassidy, which is very intriguing. So you had next week on the 3-Hour Spectacular, you're going to have Orange Cassidy versus Dax Harwood.
Benjamin.
I thought it was really good. Yeah. Next week you're going to have Orange Cassidy versus Dax Harwood, and
you have a Steelers fan.
I knew
JJ's not alone. JJ's not alone. Wow.
All right, BJ, here we go.
Benjamin, you know what you're doing. You're just endearing yourselves to that much more every time.
One of us. We gotta get Benjamin in a fantasy league next year.
Yes.
Which, by the way, anybody listening on TikTok, YouTube, we do that every year. We did a bunch of wrestlers and stuff the first year, but last year we started including some viewers and everything. So be on the lookout as we get later in the summer. We'll have more details if you want to hop in. Spotfest fantasy football. No money involved.
We're not doing money. It's literally bragging rights just to say that you beat us, and then you.
But we got stupid with it last year. We did double quarterbacks, defensive player. I mean,
yeah. or you could be like me and just draft the all hurt team.
he had trouble like making like having enough people start a couple weeks there. He was just
I'll go safe.
If Orange Cassidy beats Dax Harwood, the conglomeration get a tag team title shot. But if Dax Harwood beats Orange Cassidy, they get a trio shot. And don't worry, Jamie, you're not going to see Big Stoke wrestle. You're going to see Tommaso Ciampa join.
That makes me happy.
That makes me very happy, and I legit want them to win the titles now, just because I want Tommaso Ciampa with a belt around his waist.
Yeah, I mean, he already had it once. Let's do it again. And can we just all just take a minute? I know he didn't have it on the show, but does he have one of the best entrances in all of wrestling right now? That song fits him so well.
It does. Again, more information this summer about it. That's even better than watch football. Fantastic. Okay.
Count it.
My only complaint, I'm a big music nerd here. My only complaint about it is that the intro is a bit too drawn out, right? Musically, no, but for an entrance theme, because you're sitting there, it's like, okay, come on.
Oh, no, I love it. I love the pause.
I don't love the pause.
Do you not remember how long DX's was in the beginning?
It was very long.
Okay, see, so it's not even that bad. Not even that bad.
Very long. And
think about that, man.
It's me. That's a personal proclivity of mine, but whatever. It's fantastic for him. So what do you want to? We want to see it. Do you think they'll win the tag title or the trios titles, or nah?
Probably not, because Cope and Christian will cost it. just to add that extra wrinkle, even though I really, really want Tommaso Ciampa and them to win.
You just want to be past Adam Copeland is all you want. You just want to be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah, Claudio's is great too, especially since he's donned the luchador mask, dude. Come on.
Oh, so good.
All right,
back to the main event here.
Oh, yeah. And then Clint's like, Adam Copeland's entrance is music is one of my all times. Yeah, Metalingus is. I think, yeah. That's fair. Metalingus is Metalingus,
I mean, that's one of those classic ones,
Yeah,
and
we're talking the new dudes.
Yeah,
love him, hate him, old head ones that
love him, hate him, or whatever. I mean, CM Punk coming out in living color is CM Punk coming out in living color. I mean, come on.
I love that song before it, and I fell in love with it when I liked CM Punk, and then I found out what a piece of dookie he is, and then now I don't like him as much.
Yeah, I still love that song. The song's fantastic.
I love the song though.
Yeah, the song's great. But that's what I'm just saying, And even at his lowest points, people still sing Judas for Jericho.
I know a lot of people who will also sing "I'm a Real American" by Rick Derringer. And I think the last time we looked, that dude's kind of a turd as well.
Well, was.
I know.
But yeah,
not Hulk Hogan though. Hulk Hogan wasn't a turd. Terry Bollea was.
100%.
If you can separate that, then we're good. If you can't, okay, I get it. I also get it.
Right into the main event. So you had title defense number. Yeah, buckle up, guys. Jamie's getting ready. He's been a little saucy tonight. If you think that was, you haven't seen nothing yet, my friend. Title defense number 2 for Darby Allin. This time against Brody King, a man twice his size. A man who did give us one of our favorite moments, one of those early casino gauntlets, the double ring casino gauntlet thing or the double ring like battle royal thing they did, whatever.
Yeah,
that's how he got his first title shot, was by hanging Darby Allin outside the ring till he went lifeless and fell to the ground. Jamie wept a tear that night, as a matter of fact. We praised Darby Allin last week, including yourself, for that match he had against Ciampa. What were your thoughts on tonight's match?
Well, if I may, I'm going to take off my crown.
This is not royal.
The comments that are coming out of me are not becoming of a king. So I'm going to talk to you as Jamie. I'm so sick and fucking tired of typical Darby Allin matches where he's getting the shit kicked out of him for 95% and then 5% he finds a way. This one was a little bit better. It was 90%. It was 90, not 95, because he did have some cool stuff in there. He always has a cool move or two. I'm not going to take that away from him, but his match last week when it was a guy about his size, it was 50-50 wrestling. And I get it. The appeal is he can take all this punishment and, it's super cool. Like, look, he just keeps going, which is like the American dream of just keep going or Rocky. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about just so you keep moving forward. That whole thing. Like, it's that whole speech. That's his life and his motto. And I know people love it, but not this fucking guy. Okay. Because it's just not good wrestling for me. I want to see 50-50 match where it's not always David versus Goliath every damn time he comes out. Just boom, boom, boom. It's like, come on, man. Like, give me cinema. Give me that just gravitas of a great match. That's probably the best way I can put it.
I mean, I think that
Hi, Dusty.
The most disappointing part for me on that, we got such a good match last week, and I already know next week's match is going to be good, right?
Very good, Dusty. You just missed me going.
And probably, you're fine. Don't worry. And probably the thing that I find most frustrating is he's not Darby Allin, okay? He's the world champion Darby Allin, right? I'm not saying he has to be favorite. He has to like dominate every match, because every just title defense he does. But he's going through this. It's supposed to be the new champion, Darby Allin, right? Yes. Brody King's twice his size. You can make the match.
JJ is bitching as usual. Totally correct.
Yes. No.
Yes,
Dusty knows.
I am just a level-headed, normal
Dusty
guy.
knows what's up here. All right. We're talking about Darby Allin. He knows what course is being served at this restaurant. Okay. One of these days you put a little sticker on the inside, so put a little sticker on the inside so you know which side is front.
That's it's just more fun to look like I don't know what I'm doing because I don't know.
Yeah, because that is where we go. But that's the whole thing is like, yes, I know it's Brody King. I know he's twice the size, but he's now champion. It's different than him just being just another guy, right? Even if you make it 60-40, right? Or make it, make it closer. And it's just, there was one point in the match where literally he was being thrown inside the rings before the whole like out of the ring shenanigans they did, which were good fun and all, but he was literally being thrown around like a fucking rag doll, right? And he somehow gets the victory at the end of it, right? That's my problem. I don't think it's a bad match, BJ. I really don't think it was a bad match.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a bad match.
World title defense match, is the problem.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. And if I may, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Oh God.
And as a champion, you have to, I hate to say it, like you have to be a little bit different. Like you
be better.
You are the person in the entire organization. You have to carry yourself a certain way and be a certain way, not necessarily in real life, but you know what I'm talking about, like as in like in your matches, you have to be able to be dominant in a match, and that's not his style. And I don't know if that resonates with all wrestling fans. I know the newer age ones really love it, and I do love what he means to AEW. Don't get me wrong, like I've talked about that. I get his appeal, I get everything, but I think as a champion, and to JJ's point, because JJ nail head, bam, it needs to be a 60-40, maybe even a 70-30, something like that, where it's a little bit more believable that you're champion instead of you kind of lucked into being a champion.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because I mean it's like and the killer part is last week was great match between them. You said it was your favorite Darby Allin match of him in AEW, right?
It was excellent.
Next week's match is going to be a killer. I know that, right?
Next week is going to be amazing.
But you can't just have this like such disparagement because he is your champion. When Rey Mysterio was champion in WWE, WWE. Oh, my brain just froze there for a second. When Rey Mysterio was champion, right? He didn't come out and get the living piss beat out of him for most of the match and then somehow luck into a victory, right? It was still, you still knew that he was a champion in that match, right? No matter who he was facing.
Yeah. Well said. I've never been this agreeable with you on this show. Maybe
I
ever.
know. Are you feeling okay, man?
No, it's just like your points are on fire tonight, man. Like I'm gonna give you the props tonight. It's not about me.
Ooh, look at that.
About you, sir.
How about that? All right.
Right
there. Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next.
I know, right? Show's over. We're retiring.
I'm running away before I fuck this up. Let's go.
There's still time.
I will fuck this up. I fucking know it.
Yeah, Benjamin, like we love AEW. We absolutely love it. It's just I guess it's because we have 30, 40, actually between the two of 60 years of experience of watching wrestling.
That's
at least,
yeah.
We know
we have a lot.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, I'm nowhere near as old as Jamie is, but still, yes.
6 months, dude.
Potato.
But yeah, it's like, is he gonna be their forever champion? No. Is this a great moment for him? Yes. Is this more of a do I see Darby Allin more as a transitional champion? Yes, I do. I think he is a placeholder until we can get Ospreay that belt. And that's when you see AEW go to stratosphere, because he does know how to do those style of matches. Because if you watch his old Super J stuff, man, he used to get the shit kicked out of him by big Japanese guys, but then he would have these killer matches with these like Ricochet and all these other guys, right? Oh, Dusty, you're missing it, bud. Then we'll come back to your point. But he developed into the wrestler he is now, where he's able to have such great matches with anybody. And I think Darby will get there. I do. I actually really do think Darby will get there.
I don't know if he actually will. I think, what we're kind of talking about. I think Alex was talking was keen on this. I know you've made mention of it before too. Darby is what he is, right? And very similarly to back in WCW, you gave certain guys got that title shot for just to hold the belt, right, for a little bit, and then go back into Ring of Honor near the end of his run in Ring of Honor. Christopher Daniels got a run with the title belt, right? Not because he was the next top guy. I mean, he'd been around for a long time at that point. It was the you deserve a title shot sort of thing, right? They're getting Darby's out of the way early. And will he have more title shots similar to this? Probably. He's a young guy. If he doesn't break his back somewhere along the middle way, because Lord knows this man's trying. Like literally. You saw the whole Travis Pastrana thing he did. And I get he's extreme. Okay, cool. Whatever, right? But that's kind of the point. I don't think he will never be the type of superstar that Ospreay, Okada, Omega, Moxley, and with the potential lot more likely MJF, Hangman, and a Page, right? They're more likely to be on that level as far as the annals go than Darby Allin. Darby Allin is Sting. Sting is one of the best there ever was, but Sting was also a bigger deal in the ring because of what he could do, right? But most people remember Sting just as the guy who came down from the rafters when everybody was trying to blow up the company, right? It was a side gimmick. It was a thing, right? Became part of his identity, and there's a lot more depth to Sting, but a lot of people look at him and just go, oh, yeah, it's the dude that did the thing, and he fought, It's kind of who Darby Allin's merged into.
Yeah. And then, Dusty, I have a question for you, because Dusty said, my opinion is AEW doesn't have the creative concept going.
Oh. Ooh.
So, Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns is more creative? CM Punk is more creative? My light just did it again. 2 weeks in a row. Crazy.
Do you have like a timer on this, like a cool
No,
thing?
it's just old, so it might just be like overheating, I guess. I like being in the dark for this one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make my backlight white, so it's more like a real light. How about we just do that, huh?
I mean,
hey, there we go.
Whoa, hey,
that actually looks pretty good. So anyway, so I'm gonna say this again. What does WWE have right now that you feel is better than what AEW is doing? Because whatever you say, I can easily counter it. I think it's a matter of watching the show on a regular basis that will get you your storylines. So they introduced new storylines this week. Bandito and Swerve. That's a new one introduced this week.
Good.
Yes, please. Okay. Dusty, you almost got it from me, man. I'm proud of you here. He's like, I mean, AEW has creativity, WWE doesn't have shit. It's like, yeah, okay. They're starting to build, because now is the time, about a month out, right? Right, JJ? About a month out, you start building your
We're
story.
just under a month out. It's like the 24th, I want to say, is Double or Nothing. So yeah.
So do you feel like creatively we're gonna see a lot more next week?
I think you will on several fronts. I mean, it's a 3-hour show, so you definitely have the time to do a lot more creative stuff, right? I feel like
he's like, yeah, way more creative. I was like, I know.
we know. 3 weeks out, I think is the perfect amount because last week is you go home, right? So 3 weeks out, you get the build. You got some more payoff. 2 weeks out, 1 week out, go home, and then boom, you're good to go. So I feel like next week is different. You've already got the foundation laid in a lot of this stuff, right? Takeshita Okada's already on the card, right? You got the tag team titles already on the card, okay? It's already written on the wall. You're going to have MJF versus Darby Allin rematch somehow, some way. The women's tag team, that's basically outlined for us right there, right? So a lot of this stuff's already kind of had the ball in motion, and then you're setting up some broader strokes. And I'm most interested as well with that Swerve Bandito story, not just for the match, which we know is going to fuck. Okay, I mean, that's going to be like, woo, woo, hold my beer, I've got an erection sort of match right there.
Mm-hmm.
But the storyline of, even with, because Donna coming in and handing him the torch and burning him, right? This is Swerve going through all the good guys, like all the story arcs here are just, anything this man touches is gold, for one. Okay. And yes, I am sucking at the teat of the Church of Strickland. I don't care, right?
Are you a part of the dick riding club for that too? Because I guess Stana marketing.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
I'm not an Okada dick rider like you, but
hey, self professed.
Maybe we're no. I was gonna say some. I was gonna say some letters there that I probably shouldn't say. Okay.
I appreciate you stayed away.
3-hour Dynamite next week. We will have more. We will get to it, and then, like we talked about at the beginning of the show too, we'll see what happens if anybody's coming over from these layoffs. See what happens with all that. JB made mention of this. We will be live this Friday at Fountain City Pro. Fountain City Pro's 3-year anniversary. So it's Light Up 3 going on back at the original home, Ball Event Center in Olathe, Kansas. 6 o'clock is doors, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time is the first bell. If you want to watch it live, you can through their Patreon, patreon.com/Fountain City KC. But we will be live on our YouTube channel for those of you watching on YouTube right here. Those of you on TikTok, go to YouTube. As well, you can find us on all Fountain City Pro's socials. Always, like we say, support your local independent promotions. Please go out there wherever you are. Support local wrestling. It's wonderful time. So,
and if I may say one thing about WB, I mean, they had a whole bunch of call-ups. Like they had Sol Ruka, Ethan Page. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of great call-ups. But there's one in particular that I just have to get this off my chest. WWE. I don't care what you do with most of these people if they end up getting released in a year, but do not fuck up Obafemi. That guy is a cash cow. He is your next big thing. You need to strap a rocket to him and ride that to the moon because, oh my goodness. Have you watched Obafemi?
Yes.
He's amazing.
I watched him in NXT, and I said, I was like, I do. Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's got
and
it.
Now he's up, and he's even got more aura on the main roster, which is insane to me. Like his first entrance, people went nuts with it, which I don't know if you've noticed, like on Twitter and stuff and on TikTok, people will change the music and say, like, you can make his strut go to anything. And
oh, really?
They did Sweet Caroline, and oh my God, it's hilarious.
It does fit. It actually,
yeah.
It's
but
a 5'4".
But anyway, Obafemi for president, man, like that guy is so talented, and he's just a force to be reckoned with. They do big men very well, so I'm praying they don't screw him up because he should be their forever champion moving forward, and he needs to be their bell cow.
Period. I feel like he's going to have they're going to give him the push and the rub to do that. How they do that though is what worries me. Just for example, like on the post show from WrestleMania, he called out Roman Reigns because why wouldn't he? He just retired Brock Lesnar. He should move to the top of this list, you know? I feel like we need that. I feel like we need that right away. And we're probably not going to get that till WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I can see him winning the Rumble next year.
But we'll see. I'm super excited about Sol Ruca. You and I have been big fans of her since we very, 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 very first saw her.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, who is that? Right? One of those things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got superstar all over her, right?
Hopefully Fatal Influence got the call up, which well deserved.
I agree. You know, I've been a big fan of JC Jane for the longest time. I mean, I think she's come leaps and bounds from being the third girl in Mandy. I was gonna say Mandy Sachs. I don't even remember. Mandy Rose.
Yeah, Toxic Attraction.
Toxic Attraction. Thank you for being the other girl in Toxic Attraction. I think she's come leaps and bounds, and her character work is fantastic. Her wrestling's gotten better. It's WWE, yeah, but she's got it there. And you didn't make mention of not just the call-ups, but they brought in, debuted this week in NXT, Evil.
Yeah, which he said he wanted to start in NXT, which I think makes a lot of sense for him.
Well, and hopefully the end result is better than what Julia did, or what the hell they're doing with Julia. I still have no idea. What are they doing with Julia?
She just lost her belt.
She had a belt. I forgot she had a belt.
Yeah, she had the U.S.
They never showed her on TV. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But regardless, I know
Tiffy.
You're a big Evil fan, right? So here's hoping.
I don't think they'll mess him up. Especially NXT. They'll mess him up when he gets to the main roster because that's what they do. Yeah. They don't know how to handle Japanese wrestlers. It's been a proven track record.
Kyrie saying hello.
I mean, hopefully they figure it out by then, but he is amazing. If you don't know Evil's work, like, I'm sorry. He's so good.
Watch NXT just
Torture
for him.
Club, dude. Come on.
Oh, the Torture Club stuff. Go back and watch some of the archives of New Japan. Watch some of Evil's matches. It's a thing. It's good.
There's a lot of good ones. Him and Nato.
Oh yeah.
You don't like Nato. Do you like Japanese wrestling? That's how I feel about it.
the walking embodiment of what Japanese wrestling is. I mean, for God's sake.
I mean, he goes like this. Like,
yeah,
he does that.
And he doesn't just go like that. He goes like that a lot. Like,
in his match,
a lot. In the middle of the match.
Evil is
a beast. Absolutely.
They better not screw him up either, but definitely not Obafemi. If they screw up Obafemi, I'm gonna be so pissed because he literally prints money. He's a draw. He's everything that he could be their next Andre the Giant if they do it right.
I don't think they're going to screw up Obafemi. They might not do it the way that we would necessarily choose or want to have happen, but I think that the overall is going to be
TKO gets their hands in it.
Which they will. That's another story for another day. So we will talk more about this again. Call-ups happening. We have some releases happening. Build up for Double or Nothing's getting closer and closer. We got a 3-hour Dynamite next week, so we're going to try to be on as close to our regular time as usual. Okay, so keep an eye out there. We will go live. Same bad time, same bad channel next week. Hopefully with a fully recovered Austin Reddick. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys giving us some of your time. Again, if it's your first time here, we do this every Wednesday. Please hit those buttons down below. Follow us, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Hit the bell icon so you know when we go live. We're going live this Friday at Found City Pro. But we will see you next week. Jamie, take us home, man.
Your Lord's about to say, if you're not down, Total Spotfest, I got 5 words for
I'm
you.
not guessing anymore.
I'm an Okada dick rider.
Oh, I gotta make a shirt. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.